All right, second league of the day. Let us wheel. Hell yeah, Jeskai Lotus Field, one of my favorites. All right, so this is the Jeskai Lotus Field deck, and the idea here is that you have Lotus Field and Blood Sun. Blood Sun shuts down all of the activated abilities of lands that are not, or shuts down all the abilities, period, of lands that are not mana abilities. So the Lotus Field sack trigger never actually goes off when you have a Blood Sun in play, and it also enters untapped. Now, it also has the additional benefit of shutting down fetch lands, so we don't have any fetch lands of our own in order to comply with the Blood Sun restriction. Additionally, if we don't have Blood Sun, we have Flagstones of Trocaire, which we can sacrifice as one of the 2 lands to Lotus Field to go get more lands, so we're not as far behind. And then the idea is we get Teferi, Hero of Dominaria in play, and Teferi can untap the Lotus Fields, giving us potentially 4 to 6 mana worth of untapping on the end step. And then we use all of that mana to cast Valakut Awakening, Memory Deluge, Cryptic Command, and of course the One Ring now. We also have Furies and Solitudes, which act as either early game removal or later in the game threats. And then the eventual plan is to just start looping Nexuses of Fate, at which point we can either just beat down with creatures to kill our opponent, or we can get to the Teferi emblem and kill them that way. And then there's some Dead Gons and Fire and Ices in the deck as well to act as early removal. Sideboard, we get to play Karuga because all of our stuff costs 3 or more. And then just a bunch of other things. Instant speed stuff is of course more valuable than normal in this deck, given the ability to untap Lotus Fields with Teferi. So we want more instants than normal. But that being said, we do have Verdict and Narset. So let us jump into the league. All right, we are on the play in round 1. Reveal Karuga to our opponent. We have a Lotus Field and 2 lands, or 3 lands with Valakut Awakening, so I will keep this. Hey, didn't realize you were streaming until today after watching the Sunforger video. How much deck did you play so far? We have played 1 league with the Bant Taking Turns deck, and we are currently on the 2nd league and playing Jeskai Lotus Field. All right, let's play Steam Vents tapped and then pass the turn. Opponent plays Misty. All right, ooh, Flagstones. All right, play Flagstones, pass the turn. Actually, I should stop them on upkeep, probably to ice them. Opponent fetches, grabs Watery Grave, shocks it in, cycles Lorien Revealed. All right, stop them on upkeep, ice the land. It resolves, we drew a Fury. Opponent plays Island. All right, so let's just play Lotus Field. Trigger, sack these 2. Then the Flagstones goes off. Let's just grab Rogrin. And then I have nothing to do with this mana, so we'll just pass. All right, opponent plays another Island. Excellent. So now let's go Seachrome Coast and then just hold up Cryptic / Memory Deluge. Opponent plays another land. Looks like they're just going to try to pass it back. All right, cast Deluge. All right. Don't particularly want Otawara or Dead and Gone, so let's just grab... I guess, yeah, let's just grab Rogrin, Otawara. That's fine. All right, back to us. Let us play, let's see, 3, 4, 5. Let's just play this tapped and then pass it back. And then if the opponent doesn't do anything, we can just cast Valakut Awakening. Nice, good luck. Your videos are amazing. Good job. Thank you. Opponent, 4 mana for Subtlety on the end step. So if I counter this now, they can untap and do something better. So, if I Cryptic and then they just untap and slam the ring down, then I can do what? Then it's kind of an issue? Yeah, okay, Subtlety resolves. I guess I can always bounce Subtlety back to their hand at the end step. I basically just need more mana. I want to untap and Fury with it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Opponent plays the ring. All right, Cryptic Command. So we will counter and draw. Opponent has a Spell Pierce. All right. So max punished for playing that tapped last turn. So let's see. I can Fury the Subtlety this turn. Ooh. Teferi. All right. Cast Teferi. Another Subtlety. Okay. Well, let's put this back on top. And then I probably just have to stop taking so much damage from this thing. So let's go Fury. Kill this off. And then I can play Rogrin tapped. All right, pass to the opponent. They do get to draw more cards with the ring, but what can we do about that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 1 away from having Teferi plus Cryptic up. I just don't think there's any way we're going to be able to resolve Teferi on this turn. So instead, let's just, I can go land. And then when they go to draw, I can Otawara it back to their hand and then counter it when they play it again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that. Ring. Opponent takes 2 down to 11. Attempts to draw, Otawara this. So they do still get to draw 2 cards, but at least they draw 1 less card. All right, they're at 9. Takanuma. All right, try to counter this. Counter, draw. All right, it actually got countered. All right, so let's just play Teferi. Force a negation, exiling subtlety. Okay. Opponent has 6 cards, another ring. Yep. Drop to 6. All right, Teferi. Try again. Plus Childred's Edict. All right. What are we drawing? Lotus Field. All right, Lotus Field. Sack these 2. And then what do I want? I can untap on my end step. All right, the ability goes off. Untap Lotus the Fields. And then I can Deluge right now and still have 5 up. That's not that helpful though. Or alternatively, I can just play the other Deluge back from the graveyard. The problem is the ring in play is just going to draw them so many cards. I only get 2 mana left if I do it the other way. All right, so let's just pass. Ring, they go down to 10. Tap with the ring. All right, let's try to flash back this Deluge. Spell Pierce, sure, pay for it. Force a negation. All right, well, I need to get some action right now, so let's go Deluge. We got our own ring, so let's take ring and let's take flagstones for later. In case they have another Spell Pierce, play this, play the ring. All right, Orcish Bowmasters, draw in response. All right, well, at least we now also have a ring. Opponent draws again, plays Prismatic Vista, casting Lorien Revealed to draw 3 cards. I definitely like that, them tapping out, or not tapping out, but tapping a bunch of mana here. They go to clean up and discard 3 Fatal Pushes, makes sense. Cryptic Command, so I can go Solitude to eat this, cast Solitude, kill this Bowmasters, and let's draw some more cards. All right, now what? I guess we just hold up mana, right? Yeah, pass it back. Cycle Lorien Revealed. Opponent goes up with the ring. They're at 5. They're drawing more cards. So my goal is counter any rings they play so they cannot survive their own ring triggers. Plays an island. Plays another ring. Well, let's try to counter that. Draw, counter. Cast Force of Negation. All right. All right, so now the new ring is in play, but they do have to be careful about how many cards they draw. They discard Delta, Sauron's Ransom. All right, we take 2 from our ring. There's a land. Let's draw some more. All right, so let's try Blood Sun first. Cast Blood Sun. All right, resolves and triggers. So now what? I don't want to replace my ring yet. I can't attack them for any damage, so let's just go Spire Bluff and then just hold up mana. Yeah, that's fine. Opponent casts Murktide. That's fine. Draws with the ring. Okay. Looks like they're passing it back to us in all likelihood. Attack with the Orc Army. So they're going to try to Bowmasters and then kill this. So if they have a Bowmasters, I guess, if they have a Bowmasters, I can just get it out of the way. Sure. You hit me. I go to 12. All right. Let's gone this back to their hand. And then just cast Solitude here. That seems fine. Cast Solitude. Flashes out Subtlety. Very well. Put this on the bottom. Opponent has to go to cleanup step. Discards a land. All right, we take 3 to 9. Let's draw some more cards. Opponent flashes in the Bowmasters. Triggers the Bowmasters targeting Solitude. Okay. And then let's just fire here and here. Force of Negation. Another one? Jeez. All right, I guess I have to Solitude this now then. Cast Solitude. White, this, and this. All right, kill Bowmasters. All right, they're conceding to that. Seems a bit premature, but all right. Sideboarding. So they're a control deck. So I want all the forces in Narsets. And what do I not want? These Dead and Gones are kind of useful. They kill Bowmasters and they bounce Murktide to hand, but they're not that useful. Fury is also not that great. I never want to tap out main phase for it. So let's just cut that and then cut the Dead Gones. That's probably fine. All right, submit. Reveal Karuga. So we've got Lotus Field with Flagstones and some okay spells, so I will keep this hand. Opponent plays a tapped Watery Grave. All right, let's just play a tapped Hallowed Fountain, I suppose. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Delta, passes it back to us. All right, Flagstones, pass the turn. Opponent fetches, grabs a Watery Grave tapped, gets an island. All right, back to us. Let's float this mana, cast or play Lotus Field, eat these, then resolve the Flagstones, grab a Rogran Triome. All right, back to you, opponent. End step, Sauron's Ransom. Yeah, that's fine. Huh, that's pretty bad for us. I guess it's not that bad. Let's go with these in the top pile and see what they do. I don't want them egoing Teferi out of the deck. All right, so they took Lorien's plus Subtlety. Plays a Misty, cracks Misty. They're playing Murktide. All right, well, we don't have an answer to that. Draw. All right, so I guess I have to try to resolve this ring when they have counterspell mana up. That's pretty bad. Try to resolve the ring. Opponent has Spell Pierce. Yep. So let's just play this now and pass it back. Cycles Lorien. Another land. We take 6 from Murktide. All right, back to us. Well, I don't actually have anything to do. I can play Blood Sun or Memory Deluge. We're just going to take so much damage from this Murktide is the problem. If I Deluge, there's nothing I would play right now, so... All right, cast Blood Sun. It resolved. We drew Narset. All right, cast Narset. Then the Subtlety gets rid of it. Yep, put it on the bottom at this point. I don't want to draw that. All right, so now we take 9 from this attack. Prismatic Vista, which doesn't work. Take 9, go into 5. They still have 4 cards in hand with 5 mana though, so not great for us. All right, there's Lotus Field. So now I have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I have to try to Nexus, or I can go Deluge, have 4 mana. And then what would I do with 4 mana? Play the Ring or Cryptic Command? It's more likely that... I guess if they have a counter, we lose either way. So cast Memory Deluge. There's Cryptic and there's Solitude, which we can't actually use yet, but we'll probably want it for later if we survive. So stopping the opponent's upkeep and then pass it over. So I can go Cryptic with Force Negation. All right, Cryptic, tap your team, draw. Opponent forces, we'll have to force that back. All right, they just have another counter spell. So concede, go to the next game. I guess maybe we want Verdict. They can't counter Verdict. And then what to take out. Fire and Ice is not really very good. It does pick off Bowmasters, but other than that, it doesn't do much. All right, let's submit this. All right, game 3 on the play. Reveal Karuga. We only have 1 land. We have to, or I guess we have 2 lands with Valakut, but I'm still mulling this. All right, this is also not very good. I can't actually play anything. I just need lands. Yeah, all right, mull again. Yikes. All right, go to 4. All right, put back Nexus, put back... 3 cards have to go back, right? I guess Force and Narset. All right, play a land, go. Well, we need to draw a 3rd land for these Blood Suns, so pass it back. Opponent fetches, puts Watery Grave into play and shocks it in. Cycles Lorien revealed. Plays an island. Back to us. 3rd land. Nope. Pass it back. All right, play this tapped. Go. Opponent fetches. Grabs another island. Plays a swamp. Plays the ring, which we can't do anything about. All right, there's a 4th land. I guess we can try to resolve our own ring. Hopefully they don't have Force. There's Force. All right, opponent unmoored egos and names what? Probably Teferi. They name Lotus Field. Well, we can still win without Lotus Field. All right, cast Blood Sun. All right, I'm just conceding at this point. There's just no way. Now they have an active ring in play. They get to draw 3 more cards next turn. On to the next game. I can't believe they don't just ban the ring. Like, I get it. It's not modern RCQ season. They haven't had the modern Pro Tour yet, but for God's sakes, if their policy is going to be that they're going to push the limits and print really powerful cards, they need to be willing to ban them in the first 3 weeks of the set release. All right, we've got Blood Sun and Lotus Field. We are on the draw. I will keep this. We also have Dead and Gone on turn 1. Opponent plays a swamp and then just passes. All right, play Spire Bluff Canal, pass it back. Plays another swamp. Probably Coffers then. Yeah, sure, Thoughtseize is good. I've seen a lot of comments of people not wanting to buy the ring in paper until after Barcelona, but if it doesn't get banned, oof. Yeah, I'm not buying it in paper. And if it doesn't get banned, I'm still not buying it. If it doesn't get banned, then I'm just not playing Modern. All right, play this tapped, pass back. Still have nightmares about that Coffers deck that played Approach to the Second Sun. Yeah, that was certainly... Again, I feel like if something like that is happening, it is a symptom of an unhealthy format. We drew Teferi. I guess we just have to play this Lotus Field because I can't just wait on playing it if I draw another land next turn. So, all right, play Lotus Field, eat both of these lands. We just really need to get to the 4th land. If I get to the 4th land, I can play the ring and then start going off. Opponent plays Coffers. It has access to 5 mana this turn. Play Karn the Great Creator. Well, now we're probably screwed. Lotus Field at least is hexproof, and so they can't liquid metal us out of the game. Grabbing the 1 ring. We still didn't draw another land. So in that case, I guess I just put Karuga in my hand and then discard. Yeah, all right, Karuga, and then just pass it back. And I'm probably discarding Dead Gone. Opponent plays another Coffers, has all the mana in the universe. Casts the ring, sure. Karn minus, getting what? They have so much mana next turn anyway. Getting Worm Coil Engine, yeah, that's fine. Please draw a land now. We still have not drawn a land. All right, I think we're just too far. I guess our opponent's just drawing cards, like... We can wait another turn, I guess. All right, just pass, and then I'm going to discard the ring. Like, technically, I can get out of this. Oh, they're going to attack us with their ring? All right, well, I'll Solitude the ring then. All right, eat the ring. I assume the only reason they would attack with it is if they have another ring to follow up with, right? Okay, they play the Worm Coil. They just didn't do anything else? Okay, we finally drew a 4th land. So, let's see. I guess I just Cryptic. So they can minus Karn, and then what? Yeah, I guess I just hold up Cryptic. I don't care if they hit us once with the Worm Coil. I just need to keep them from playing another ring or whatever it is they're going to do with Karn. All right, they attack us with the Worm Coil. Karn plussing on nothing. Knight's Whisper, okay. All right, they're just passing it back, so I'm going to cast Deluge. All right, the ring, which we can't use. Fury, which I guess kills Karn. I do want to hit another land, so I need to take the land. And then what? I probably take Valakut Awakening. It really depends. All right, let's take these two. All right, back to us. There's Nexus. So the best move is probably float this, play Teferi, untap, have Cryptic up. Yeah, all right, so float white, play Flagstones, keep this Flagstones, trigger this Flagstones, go and grab Rogren, and then cast Teferi. Plus, they're going to cast a gigantic March of Wretched Sorrow. That's fine. Yep. Draw a card. Ooh, I can Fury this off the board right now. That's what I'm going to do. Cast Fury, kill Karn, and then untap these two. Now we got Cryptic up. And I can still just keep getting beaten in by this Worm Coil whenever I want. Bunch of mana. Play another Karn. All right, we got to counter that. So counter, draw. We drew Otawara. Opponent plays Mind Stone. Cracks the Mind Stone to draw a card. All right, so they're just going to attack us with Worm Coil. We go to 8. Do I have a basic in this deck? I should, right? Yeah. I guess I'm grabbing an island. All right. Back to us. So we got the ring. That seems pretty good. So ring. They do actually have the mana for Bowmasters. All right, let's try to draw. I have to just play lands. I can't not play them. And then just pass it back. All right. So getting a whole bunch of mana. All right. Grab this Plains. Yeah. So use Flagstones. Let's grab the other Rogren Triome. So they just popped our lands and then seemingly have no follow-up. How do they have 5 cards, no follow-up? All right, so we can Nexus, but I'm going to have to shock to do that. All right, draw some more with the ring. I can go Blood Sun, play another ring, or I can just shock. Okay, so let's go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So shock this in, cast Nexus of Fate. All right, take another turn. We take 2 down to 3. Excellent. All right, draw with the ring. Let's play Blood Sun. And that shuts their Urborg off. Play another field. Then I have to play a ring to get this ring out of the way. So that unfortunately means we're shields down from Cryptic. But all right, play the ring. Keep this ring. And shouldn't this be shutting off Urborg? Why is it not? Is it a dependency issue? All right, stopping the upkeep. Actually, no, I'm just going to cycle Valakut Awakening. All right, pass it back. Opponent plays another Swamp. Mind Stone. Cracks the Mind Stone. All right, cast Valakut Awakening. And I'm going to put back Fury, Fury, Fire Ice, and honestly, Karuga's not great either, but I guess it's drawing me 2 cards. All right, so put these back. All right, excellent. Teferi it is. So ring, no damage. Ooh, another Nexus. So cast Teferi. It resolved instantly. Plus, our opponent just doesn't have anything. Play Spirebluff Canal. Cast Karuga. Draw 4 cards. All right, I can Solitude this, but I don't have the mana to do that yet. So let's just go to my end step. Are we actually going to win this game? That would be crazy. Resolve this, untap the Lotus Fields, cast Nexus. All right, extra turn, get going. Clean up, discarding, Fury. All right, plus Teferi. Let's go with, I probably just want to keep looping Nexuses, right? So let's, I have 22 cards left in my deck. So let's go red here, cast Valakut Awakening, and we're going to put back a lot of stuff. All right, put all of that back. Draw a bunch more cards. We did not draw the Nexus, but we got another Lotus Field. So then cast Solitude, exile Wormcoil, then go to combat, swing with Karuga, and then end step Teferi, untap the 2 Lotus Fields, and then I have 9, 10, 11, 12 mana up, so I can Deluge and have double Cryptic. Deluge, Valakut Awakening plus a Fire Ice, I guess. I'm going to have to discard, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the land, end step, clean up, discard this. All right, back to the opponent, who has been passing back to us over and over without doing anything. So we can double Cryptic, whatever it is they do. They play Demolition Field, which is a strip mine at this point. Opponent caps 11 black mana. Shouldn't Blood Sun shut this off? Blood Chief's Thirst here. Nope. Cast, draw, counter, Damnation. That's fine. Passing it back to us. All right, let's ice Demolition Field. Actually, no. Yeah, let us actually do that. Yeah, blue, red, ice Demolition Field. All right, untap. I'm just going to keep yielding to this. Plus Teferi. It's another Blood Sun, so let's play the last Lotus Field. Let's play Blood Sun. Draw. Okay, another Blood Sun. Memory Deluge. Let's cast Deluge. There's Nexus. There's another Teferi. Let's just get a land. All right, cast the Nexus. Or let's just cast Solitude. Yeah, cast Solitude, and then go to the end step and cast Nexus. Nexus, take my next turn. All right, we got the loot, boys. I have multiple Memory Deluges in the graveyard. I can keep digging for it. I'll eventually ult Teferi. All right, plus Teferi. Draw a card. Let's attack with the Solitude. Swing. Cast Fury. And then let's Valakut pretty much everything in our hand except Cryptic back. This. Yeah, so resolve this. This. All right, we didn't hit it. So let's flashback Memory Deluge. All right, Nexus, Teferi untaps these. Cast Nexus of Fate. And then we'll just win the game doing this. All right, we finally got there at the end of all of that time nexusing loop stuff. Opponent's at -5, on to game 2. All right, Coffers, Force Negation, Narset. I need to be able to kill Shieldred and Bowmasters. So Fire Ice is not particularly good, even though it does kill Bowmasters. Dead and Gone isn't that great either. Actually, Fury is pretty bad. So cut Fury and then bring one of these back. Let's do 2 and 2 of these. That's probably fine. All right, submit that. All right, reveal Karuga. We have a Lotus Field, a land, another land, and Blood Sun. All right, keepable. Opponent Thought seizes us. Takes Force of Negation. All right, makes sense. Okay, so let's play the Rogrin first. Pass it back. So the plan is going to be get to 3 lands, play Blood Sun, then play Lotus Field the next turn, and go off. Opponent plays Urborg, plays Mind Stone, passes back to us. All right, play this tapped, pass it back. Opponent plays Coffers. They have 4 mana, that's fine. Opponent plays Shieldred. We drew Solitude, that's pretty nice. All right, so Spire Bluff, cast the Blood Sun. All right, so now I can Solitude this. So I think I'm going to let them hit me with it in case they draw another Shieldred. And then I'll just Solitude, eat it, untap, play Lotus Field, play Teferi. I don't even really have to do it now. Field of Ruin. All right, opponent attacks. We go down to 12. I just want them to tap out for something. 4 mana, 5 mana. No, sacked Mind Stone. Oh, they're just going to pass it back to us? All right, then I'll do this. Kill Shieldred off. All right, take our turn. Play Lotus Field, then play Teferi, plus Teferi. Another Lotus Field. Sweet. All right, and then I get to untap Lotus Field plus this with Cryptic command up. They do have a lot of mana, though, so they could have multiple removals for Teferi. Bunch of mana. Whole bunch of mana. Cast Shieldred. All right, that resolves. I can just bounce it back to their hand. Bloodchief's Thirst. All right. Cast this. Counter bounce. Counter this. Bounce Shieldred. All right. Plus Teferi. Play another Lotus Field. Play Narset. Minus Narset. Get another Teferi. I'm going to tap one of their things in upkeep. So I guess let's just cycle this right now. Cycle this. All right. So pass it back to them. Teferi goes off. Float these. Or untap these. Then pass into their upkeep. Ice one of the Coffers. We drew Valakut Awakening, which is pretty nice. All right. Still have Cryptic up. Bunch of more mana. They're just running Shieldred out again. All right. So 2 mana remaining. All right. Cryptic. Bounce, draw. Bounce this. Take our turn. Draw with Teferi. Another Lotus Field. Excellent. Minus Narset. Grab the ring. The ring or just another Blood Sun now? Let's just grab Blood Sun. Then play Blood Sun. Draw a card. Memory Deluge. Let's go blue in this. Cast Deluge. Another Deluge. Another Lotus Field. We are out of interaction at this point, except for the Force Negation. So, yeah, just pass it back, and we have a bunch of instant speed stuff up. Untap the Lotus Fields. Pass. I might clock out, though, so I do have to be aware of that. Bunch of more mana. Play Shieldred. That's fine. All right, end step. Blue, blue. Flashback Memory Deluge. Grabbing Cryptic and another Cryptic and Valakut Awakening. Then Cryptic, bounce, draw. Go to our turn. Play the last Lotus Field. Draw with Teferi. Play the ring. And then just pass back to them. Untap these 2 lands. Discard Seachrome and the other Narset. Opponent plays another land. Shieldred again. Yep. All right, back to us. Cast Solitude. Eat Shieldred. Always yield to the ring. Attack them with Solitude. All right, Emblem Teferi. Cast Valakut Awakening. Choose this, and this. Draw a bajillion cards. Exile that. Exile that. Exile that. Exile that. Exile that. Exile that. Then Blood Sun. Exile this land. Pass. And now we just got to kill them with Solitude. All right, now the very slow beatdowns with Solitude begin. All right, and after very many turns, opponent concedes. So we are now we're now 1-1, on to round number 3. All right, round 3 on the play with Jeskai Lotus Field. Reveal Karuga. We only have 1 land, so mulligan. I guess we had 2 lands. This hand's also not very good. Mulligan. Okay, it's keepable. So keep this, and then let's bin. It's very questionable. What's our best plan? Land, ice, Blood Sun. Okay, so let's both the Solitudes back. All right, Spire Bluff Canal pass. Steam Vents. Shocked. Plays DRC. Well, as much as I want to ice them, I think I just have to kill this. So did I draw another land? I did not. I guess I will try to upkeep ice their land. Cast ice, tap this land. Consider in response. I just need to draw more cards. I can't really afford to kill it. All right, there's another land. Opponent plays Tarn. Attacks with DRC. It's not Delirious yet. All right, hopefully this Blood Sun resolves. Fetch in response, of course. Island. It did resolve. Excellent. Valakut Awakening, so pass the turn back. At least, so all of their future fetch lands are now off. All right, Spire Bluff Canal. Opponent casts Blood Moon. Kind of a pain, but how do we get out of that? Well, cast Valakut Awakening, and then just bin everything. All right, so I can kill this now, so let's do that. Kill the Darcy, and then back to them. So I have Otawara, so if I draw my island, I can get Blood Moon off the table. Opponent plays Fiery Islet, plays Seasoned Pyromancer, drops Murktide in the graveyard. We drew Hallowed Fountain, so let's just... I can put Karuga in my hand, but to what end? I can't play it, so it's probably better to cycle this. All right, well, play a land, and then pass. Opponent plays another land, DRC, Dashing Ragavan. Okay, we take 6. Ragavan triggers and exiles what? Fury, which they can't play. That would have been really helpful to draw, though. All right, back to us. Another Blood Sun, so let's cast that. Drew Dead and Gone, so I can dead the Ragavan next turn, but then I'm still taking a lot. Play this. What am I doing next turn? I dead the Ragavan, and then I take 7, and then I'm still dead next turn. All right, well, that's the plan at the moment. Opponent dashes the Ragavan. All right, kill Ragavan. And then we take 7, go to 5. All right, last shot, cycle this. Well, can't do anything with Blood Moon in play, so game 2. All right, gonna want Verdict, gonna want Dead and Gone for the turn 1 plays, gonna want Wear Terror for Blood Moon. Narset is decent. It doesn't stop Bauble or... No, it actually doesn't, right? Because all of their draw spells, they can cast at instant speed, so they have ways around this. So that being the case, what do I want to get rid of? All the rest of this is good. I can probably shave on a bunch of stuff. Fairy, one of the Cryptics, one of the Deluges, one of the Rings. It's going to be hard to resolve big expensive spells. Cryptic, one of the Blood Suns. All right, let's do that. On the play, reveal Karuga. We have a bunch of lands and Fury, but we do have the ability to get Lotus Field with Flagstones out, and then Flagstones for the basic plains, and we have our basic island here. I'm going to keep this. So let's play this tapped before anything else. Pass to the opponent. Opponent bobbles. The old bobble yourself to see if you want to fetch. Plays Scalding Tarn, and looks like they are not fetching. Drew to Fairy, that's nice. Okay, play Flagstones, pass. Bobble again. Opponent plays Spire Bluff, fetches, and then does nothing. Draws on our upkeep with Bobble. All right, well, play Lotus Field, sack both of these, then Flagstones, grab the basic plains. Opponent plays Darcy, plays a third Bobble, surveils Murktide, cracks Bobble, plays another island. Well, now they got Counterspell mana up. So what's the best move? Is it just try to jam Fury out? This is almost certainly Counterspell, right? So it might be better to just go upkeep, fire. All right, let's just pass it back, and then we'll do Fire plus Valakut Awakening. Plays Steam Vents, shocks it in, casting a dashed Ragavan. All right, well, let's see if this works. Hit both of these. All right, there's the Counterspell, and then that's going to resolve, and then Darcy's Delirious. So let's just go cast Valakut Awakening, and then choose both the lands. All right, so then we take the hit, and then hopefully I can just untap Fury both of these. Ragavan, exiling Valakut Awakening. All right, then this dashes back to their hand. Well, it's still probably correct to just play Fury, kill this. This one treasure represents Spell Pierce, so it's better to do Fury first. All right, cast Fury, kill Darcy off. And then if they want to dash Ragavan, they have to have a removal spell. All right, let's just shock this in. Pass it back to them. It is possible they go Bolt Dash, so I want to have Dead up. Plays a new Darcy. Unholy Heat, yeah. Fury dies. All right, so they're going to dash the Ragavan anyway. All right, try to shock this. And they have Spell Pierce. At least I get to hopefully resolve to Fairy next turn. All right, down to 11. They exile Flagstones. Then Ragavan bounces back to their hand. All right, Teferi plus Teferi. All right, I can Otawara an attacker back to their hand, so go to the end step and then untap these two. Dashing Ragavan, both attack to Fairy, Otawara, bounce Darcy back to hand. All right, hopefully they don't have Bolt. Fairy goes to 3 counters. They replay Darcy. Ragavan bounce back to the hand. All right, plus to Fairy. Fury was a pretty good draw, as is Solitude. Cast Fury. They evoke Subtlety. All right, I'll put it back on top. So I'm just going to untap Solitude immediately before they can draw a counter spell. Untap these two, cast Solitude, eat Darcy, plays Pyromancer, discards Ragavan counterspell, plays a land, passing it back to us, it looks like. All right, so they know we're drawing Fury, so let's plus here. All right, let's just cast Fury. Opponent fetches, gets an island, casts counterspell, sure. All right, just go to end step and untap these. Opponent plays Dress Down, sure. Casts Consider, puts Bauble in the graveyard. They are attacking Teferi with all the creatures. All right, well, so let's block here, and then I will kill the Pyromancer. All right, they've conceded that. So is running exactly the same thing back worthwhile? It's very hard to cast stuff like Cryptic Command in this matchup because it's 4 mana and they have all these cheap counter spells. This is probably fine to just run it back. All right, game 3 on the draw. Reveal Karuga. We have 2 lands, Lotus Field, Blood Sun. Looks good to me. Oh no, Spirebluff Canal. Casts Ragavan. I wish this was untapped, so as unfortunate as it is, I think I actually have to Solitude this. I can't just let them get ahead on mana. So play this tapped, and then Solitude. Have to pitch to Fairy, unfortunately. Kill the Ragavan. I would love to be able to wait a turn, but I can't afford to. Island. Plays Darcy, and then just passes it back. Alright, so they could have Spell Pierce. I need to try to, I think, get another land so I can play Blood Sun. So let's just play an island, stop on upkeep, ice their Spirebluff Canal. Although if they tap out here, I probably will just kill the Darcy. Alright, ice your Spirebluff. Opponent Mystical Disputes in response. Alright, well, we can't pay for it. They surveil a land away. Plays Spirebluff Canal. Dashes Ragavan. They exile Steam Vents. I really wanted to draw a 3rd land, so hopefully this is a land. It is not a land. I don't think I can afford to wait on the Lotus Field, so I think I just try to kill Darcy now and then just play Lotus Field. All right, can I kill your Darcy? All right, I can. Play Lotus Field, sack these 2, pass the turn. Opponent casts Expressive Iteration, Scalding Tarn in exile, playing Ragavan normally, fetch, island. All right, well, let's try to resolve Blood Sun. It resolves. Drew the ring, but not a land. All right, pass it back. They attack us. We go to 15. They make another treasure. They exiled Cryptic Command. That's so bad. I guess, okay, if they Cryptic either one of these, it's not too bad, but... All right, so they're bouncing Lotus Field. That's actually not a problem, because I just play it again. All right, play Lotus Field, play Blood Sun. We drew still not another land. All right, pass it back to Ragavan. All right, we take another hit off the Ragavan. They exiled Valakut Awakening, so now they get to fill their hand back up with whatever they want. Yep, Valakut Awakening, 3 cards, Bauble, crack the Bauble. All right, need to draw a land here. All right, we drew a land. So from here, I can play Ring, Cryptic, Deluge. They almost certainly have a counterspell, right? They have to. So I probably need to try to force them to tap on their own turn. So let's just pass with Cryptic up, and then I'll probably go Cryptic, tap, draw, or bounce Ragavan, draw. Opponent casts Consider. All these extra treasures are such a pain, too. All right, they go to combat. Let's go bounce, draw. And then this has to get countered, right? They have 7 cards in their hand. No, it didn't. Huh. Expressive Iteration. Snow-covered island in exile. Play island. Another iteration. Yep, there's the Blood Moon. All right, Blood Moon. Now we lose. All right, can I resolve this ring? Oh, no, this doesn't make 3 mana anymore. Yeah, so I can't actually do anything? All right, pass it back. Now they just dash Ragavan again. They exiled Solitude, which they can actually play if they want. Season Pyromancer. So we basically have to draw exactly the basic planes in our deck in order to pop this away through counterspells. Ragavan bounces back to hand. Well, there's Fire Ice, so I guess I get to cast a spell at least. Pass it back to the opponent. Is there a particular design color pie reason for red getting Blood Moon over the other colors? The card Blood Moon was originally printed in the dark, so no. All right, fire, hit this and this. Opponent has counterspell. We take 6, go to 5. They have Valakut Awakening again. Land. Sacking treasures. Okay. Murktide. They're just not going to cast the Valakut Awakening? Really? All right, well, we didn't draw another land anyway, so that's the game. On to round number 4. All right, round 4, we are on the draw. This hand, although it does have a Fury to evoke, doesn't really have anything else going for it. Mulligan. Well, this hand has only one land, so mulligan. All right, keep this. We're not binning any of the lands or Blood Sun, so we're binning... Oh, this one's tough. I guess probably Cryptic and Fire Ice. Nah, It's going to be land, hold this up at interact. So, okay, let's unfortunately bin both of these. Opponent plays Verdant and just passes. Play Rogrin, pass. Opponent fetches Blood Crypt tapped. Plays a Swamp. So we're playing Scam and they just didn't have a turn 1 play. Plays Dothy. Alright, so we drew another land. So I'm going to just shock this in and then fire the Dothy. When did it get reprinted to be put in Modern? 8th edition, I believe, along with all the Tron lands. Alright, fire this. They have a Scam spell? Sure. Alright, Dothy comes back. Dothy is not actually too bad for our deck, so that's fine. Opponent plays another Dothy. Alright, we do have to actually... Oh, another Lotus Field. Excellent. Alright, shock this in. Play Blood Sun. We drew Solitude. Go ahead. So we're taking 7 a turn, so we do have to actually deal with this. But I got Solitude for next turn. 7 down to 9. Alright, they're just not playing anything? Huh. Alright, Lotus Field. And then it's probably correct to play the Ring and then just have more mana next turn. Alright, play the Ring. So between a second Lotus Field, the Ring, and Memory Deluge, I'm pretty sure I got this. Plays Takenuma. Alright, draw with the Ring. We drew, go to our turn, go down to 8. Opponent is going to Undying Malice their Dothy. Okay. I don't know why they're doing that now. Oh, because they're going to cast Ice in the upkeep? So they're going to ice our Lotus Field? Gotcha. No, they're not, or they're just letting this resolve. Alright, okay. So let's go white, tap this, cast Solitude, kill this one. Alright, so they draw a card, then the Ring can finally resolve, right? Play another Lotus Field, and then I really don't want to have Deluge into this thing, but that might be what I have to do. Alright, I guess let's try to draw. Hopefully they don't have Bowmasters. Alright, they didn't. This has 3 toughness now. I can ice it, so I've played Lotus Field already this turn, so let's just pass and then probably ice the Dothy down. Opponent casts Grief. Unfortunate. Alright, so let's just ice Dothy right now. Yeah, do I just do that? Yeah, I just want to prevent damage, so that's fine. Even though I draw and then they get to see what it is. But this prevents them from sacking and casting what's ever in our hand, like the Ring and Deluge. Alright, so then Grief resolves. They're going to take one of these. I don't know which one. Alright, they took the Ring, so now the Ring's under Dothy, so I really need to kill this next turn. Evoking Fury, which kills Solitude, which also gets put under Dothy. Alright, back to us. Take 2, go down to 6. Ooh, a Fury. Alright, draw more cards. So I cast this, killing this. I probably want to evoke this. So let's just go tap this for red, cast Valakut Awakening, and then put all the lands away. So I can hard cast a Fury and play another Fury. Excellent. Alright, so land, cast Fury, kill both of these guys, or kill just the Voidwalker, and then I can fire this to get rid of it. Alright, and then pass. I do have to find a way to get rid of this Ring, though. Alright, they're just conceding. Sure. I did have to find a way to get rid of the Ring. Alright, so Scam. I need this for Blood Moon. What else? Probably Verdict. Maybe not Verdict. They have Undying abilities. They also have Flash Bowmasters. Alright, so what's bad? 1 Cryptic, 1... No, not Valakut. 1 Teferi. I want to keep all my cheap removal. 1 Ring. Shave everything. Probably want the Ring more than Deluge. Submit. On the draw, game 2. They by no means needed to concede that last game. I would have had to have found a way to get the Ring off the board in 2 turns, which is probable, but not necessarily guaranteed. Alright, 3 lands with some removal in the early game. It's not a great hand, but I can keep it. The Presence of the Dead gone is what's putting it over. Blackcleave Cliffs, Thoughtseize. Alright, so now they'll probably just take this. Yep. Well, there's Blood Sun. So let's just play the Shock land tapped. Another land, play Dothy. Alright, so if we get Blood Mooned this turn, we're basically just lose the game on the spot. I can't interact with this anyway. Alright, pass it back. They will attack us with the Voidwalker. Shockland tapped. Alright, not getting mooned. Well, there's Fury. So let's go land, Blood Sun. Opponent flashes in Bowmasters in response. Excellent. Now I can pick everything off. Oh no, I can't pick off the Orc token, but that's okay. Alright, I'm not going to want the second Blood Sun, so now let's go Evoke Fury, exiling this, and then let's kill these 2. And then pass it back to them. Another land, which they can't fetch with. We take 2 from the Orc down to 13. Lotus Field is a fantastic draw. Alright, pass it back. And now we've got Cryptic Deluge up. They are swinging at us again. Sure, we go to 11. Ragavan, I will probably counter that. Actually, no, I won't. Because the only way I lose from here is they bait me into tapping out and then play Blood Moon. All right, so cast this, bounce, draw, bounce this thing. All right, so we bounce the token, we drew the ring, go to our turn. Another Lotus Field. Fantastic. All right, pass it back. Maybe, no, I should have played the ring and then just held up Cryptic Command. Yeah, that's what I should have done. All right, well, let's see. I guess I'm going to go Deluge in case I find instant speed burn for this. All right, there's Dead Gone, and then let's take another Lotus Field and then kill this. Dead Gone, the Ragavan. All right, they pass back to us. So we play third Lotus Field, play Ring. Ring comes in. Let's draw a card in case we draw Teferi. Well, it's the fourth Lotus Field, so pass it to the opponent. All right, looks like they don't have anything, so let's cycle Rogrin. And then, all right, just take our turn. Ring, we go to 10. Play another Lotus Field. And then Blood Sun, draw another card. Oh, they're going to flash in Bowmasters. All right, let's draw in response. All right, so Bowmasters enters the field, then I'll just fire it. All right, resolves, we go to 9. Why did the priority not hold on that? Okay, well, I'll do it now. Hit this and this. Red, this one. All right, they've conceded to that. 2 and 2, on to the final round. All right, fifth and final round with Jeskai Lotus Field. We're on the draw. Reveal Karuga. This hand, while it has very good cards in it, is far too slow, so we'll have to mull this. All right, mulligan. Well, there's Lotus Field and Flagstone, so keep this. And then put back, I'm not sure. Probably Solitude. All right, keep this, bin Solitude. Opponent plays Windswept, and then just passes. All right, let's play. So let's say I go Flagstones, and then I go another Flagstones, get a land. But then I can't play Fire Ice on turn 2 if I need to. Okay, so play Rogrin and pass. Opponent fetches Savai Triumph. So they are Creativity or Elementals. Breeding Pool. Okay, so Elementals. Opponent. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're Rhinos or something. Okay, so icing our land. That's fine. Play Flagstones. Pass. We drew a Blood Sun, so I'm going to play that next turn. Plays Windswept Heath. Cracks. Hallowed Fountain. And then they're just passing it back. All right, well, let's float a land here. Play Flagstones. Keep the new Flagstones. Resolve this one. Go grab the other Rogrin Triumph. And then let's cast Blood Sun. Resolve Blood Sun. All right, pass back to you. End step, Violent Opera. Okay, so it's Rhinos, but with the domain mana base. Gotcha. All right, so now we get hit. That's fine. Take 8, go to 12. Casting Leyline Binding on Blood Sun. No! And they're going to ice us an upkeep. So I don't really have anything to do with that right now. I have to hold mana up so I can ice one of these Rhinos. Yeah, all right, that resolves. We drew the ring. We have to play Lotus Field this turn. Well, okay, if we play Lotus Field this turn, then I don't have the mana to ice the Rhino next turn. Man, this is awkward. So I guess I go play Valakut tapped, and then Fury, exiling Fire and Ice. All right, so play this. Cast Fury, exile Fire and Ice. Do they have Subtlety on top of this? Like, what is the delay? Jesus Christ, Subtlety on top of this. All right, set a stop in their upkeep so that I can try to ice one of the Rhinos. I guess I put this on top? Do I? Maybe I don't. Okay, yeah, bottom that. Pass it back and then ice one of the Rhinos. All right, ice a Rhino token. We drew another Lotus Field. So I need to basically resolve the ring next. We take another 4 down to 8. All right, so this ring has to resolve. Cast the ring. All right, good. Ring resolves. Draw. And they have Leyline Binding. All right, the ring gets bound. We don't draw. All right, so play Lotus Field. Eat both of these lands. Flagstones triggers. Go grab this shock land. And then pass it back to them. All right. I guess they forgot that we have the ring emblem. Sure. So I can Teferi minus on a Rhino token, and then they just kill the Teferi, or I can Teferi plus. But if I Teferi plus and I don't draw answers, then I just lose. So I think I just have to go 3, 4, 5. All right, I just have to play Teferi. So cast Teferi and then minus on a Rhino token. Oh, and they have an answer to this too. Subtlety. All right. They have everything. Force, not Narset. Verdict is whatever. I probably still want it though. They're going to bring in Blood Moon, so I need these. Fire and Ice basically doesn't do jack. Dead Gone bounces a Rhino, so I don't want that. So what else? Solitude's not great either. Neither is Fury. So bring in Verdict and yeah, make that swap. Submit. All right, on the playing game 2, reveal Karuga. Double Force Negation with Blood Sun, Memory Deluge. It's not great, but I will keep this hand. All right, Steam Vents tapped, go. Opponent plays Flooded Strand, pass back to us. All right, Spire Bluff, go. Opponent fetches, grabs Vitriome, plays Hallowed Fountain, shocks it in. So they're gonna ice us. Yep, all right, they ice us. Play a land, go. Seiju, casting Shardless, all right. Well, we're gonna counter. Force, cast, exiling one of the Deluges, and then Shardless hits the field and pass back to us. All right, Blood Sun. They have Force on our Blood Sun. Sure. All right, pass it back. So they get to attack with Shardless. We go to 18. All right, so they're going to cast Outburst in combat, and then we're going to force on that again. Yeah, Outburst. All right, force this, exiling Teferi. All right, and then we take 3 and go to 17. Well, we have not drawn any lands, so pass it back. Opponent fetches, Rogren. All right, keep getting beaten in by this Shardless Agent. Go to 15. Opponent plays another land, passes it back. Well, we drew a 4th land, but it enters tapped, so pass it back. All right, get hit by the Shardless again. Go to 13. Opponent casts, Ardent Plea. All right, Cascade again. Force the Rhinos. Why didn't they play that before combat to get the Exalted trigger? All right, let's try to resolve the ring. The ring has resolved. And then let's not do this now in case they have Leyline Binding. Opponent fetches, Breeding Pool. All right, so they're probably not playing Blood Moon considering the mana. All right, try to draw a card. There's the Binding. All right, another land. We have to cast Deluge now. There's nothing else to do. Deluge. Oh, they have Force a Negation. Sure. All right, play this tapped, go. Just think this is appropriate here. Just leave that up for now. All right, we're at 10, and then what is happening? Lorien revealed to draw 3 cards. All right, well, we drew Cryptic Command, so I can do what? Cryptic, bounce Leyline to hand, get 1 ring back, draw a card. I guess that's what I'm doing. So cast this, bounce, draw, bounce the Binding. All right, draw a card, play a land, pass. All right, they play a land, attack us down to 7. All right, then we go to 6 off the ring. So Leyline is back in their hand. I can draw and then tear the Binding when it enters. That seems decent enough. So let's draw, then they'll cast Binding, it resolves, then cast Tear on this. All right, so then the ability never goes through. Oh, they have another one. All right, I think I'm going to Cryptic the ring back to my hand so that I have protection next turn. All right, cast this, bounce, draw, bounce the ring. All right, all that resolves, then draw from the ring, Fury. All right, Flagstones, go. So we go to 1 off of this. Okay, so Subtlety. We go to 1, and then if they have Ice, if they have Fire Ice, we lose the game. If they have a counter spell and we can't play the ring, we lose the game. All right, well, so I can play the ring for protection, but then I can't draw with it. I guess either one protects me, so let's go ring. All right, and then just pass the turn. All right, they debated playing something and then didn't. Solitude, we can't play Solitude and Fury. So if I play Fury and kill Subtlety, then any removal spell for Fury and Shardless Agent gets it. So I guess I just stop on their upkeep, Cryptic to tap the team down. Yeah, all right, so pass it back. I guess I could also draw and then Cryptic the ring back to my hand, but opponent flashes in Subtlety. Sure, stop on upkeep. I am going to, I think, draw with the ring and then Cryptic tap bounce. Draw with the ring. I guess if I bounce it though, then, well, okay, if they have stuff, they have stuff. So cast this, bounce, tap, bounce ring back to hand. Blue, 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 white. So they can counter this by having another Leyline Binding, but I just need to, yeah, okay. So I could have just tapped their team down, but then I'm still not like getting any further. All right, they got it. Finished 2 and 3, pretty bad. Overall, I like the deck though. We did get screwed one match because we mulled the 4. And then I'm gonna chalk up a lot of the other stuff to this. Overall, not really anything I want to change. I don't think this sideboard needs an Orvar though, so that could probably go. It's also debatable whether you want Dead Gone or Bone Crusher Giant. You can make a case for either card. Overall though, pretty happy with the deck.